Hi everyone, it's Gail. I am here today for the grand reopening of my Etsy store. I am so excited. Life is getting back to normal. I just got back from a walk. I'm just all full of energy, so I hope I don't drive you crazy. Oh, it's so good. Thank you all so much for your prayers and good thoughts. My shoulder is doing absolutely great. They're amazed at how well it's healing, and I think it's because of crafting. I really, really do. I just kept it moving, and I think that helped a lot along with all of your good thoughts. So, thank you so much. I have spent the last few weeks adding a bunch of stuff to my Etsy store for this reopening. I wanted to share some journaling supplies with you. I have some vintage finds, and I have some ephemera, I have some journals. So I think this might be a bit of a long video, but if you go ahead and watch to the end, there might be something that you can't live without. So I wanted to tell you, today is Wednesday. I am going to reopen my Etsy Thursday, June 7th at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'll put that down in the description box too. So if there's something that you want, I wanted to do it that way so that everybody have an equal chance to jump on. So that is awesome. Alrighty, so I'm going to get started. We're going to start with some ephemera, some stuff for your journals. I have had on my shop already these packs of 15 playing cards. Vintage for the most part. I guess I can't verify that some of them are vintage, but I'm gonna, I need to really look at the camera while I'm doing this, so I might have to stand up for this video. So I have these packs of 15. I've sold quite a few, so it looks like I have 2, 4, 6, 8 of those left in my shop. So that's the first thing. The next thing that I have had is these coin rolls, and these are like brand new. These are from the bank. Like, I cut open this bag, and these bags are sealed. So I have several of those on there. I will renew that listing because I have a whole big bag of them. And I want to show you what I made with them. You might have seen this in my Lavender Journals video, but Charlene Sherrod on YouTube made these cute banners. This one's a altered paper clip with those coin rolls. So if you want those, go ahead, and I'll keep an eye, and I'll renew it if it runs out. So that is also something that's been there. Now for the new stuff. Okay, I'm gonna make myself some room. Oh, wait, I have one more old thing to show you. And that is, I've got these, they are basic mileage rations. And it's for 1937 Plymouth. So they're kind of the mileage rations from the war. So those are on my shop. So if you're interested in those. Okay, so then let's see, I'll put this one over here with the other journals. Okay, so now I have some vintage postcards, and I've done them kind of in groupings. So this one is a book of postcards. So that I'm selling on its own. It's got, what does it have? 20 postcards. And let me show you the backs just so you can see the backs. But those are, yeah, they're all desert flowers and cactuses, and yeah. So there's that one. This group is from Nebraska, from a place called Pioneer Village. And so it's just got, I don't know how many it's got in here. It looks like maybe 8 or 10 postcards. The listing on Etsy will tell you how many are in there. So there's that one. This one's fun. This is Roy Rogers and Dale Evans, and it's all pictures from their museum. So that's, I guess, their museum. And somewhere in here, there's the horses. That's Dale's horse, and that's Roy's horse. So there's those. I also have this pack of Las Vegas vintage cards. Let's see. Look at that. That's fun. That's when hotels were like $30 a night instead of $230 a night. Yeah. So anyway, this one's all Las Vegas. And then this one is all Iowa. I was thinking of my friend Julie on this one. But yeah, they're just all, look at that. That's a fun one. Yeah, they're all from Iowa. And then this last one, I'm going to have to refresh my memory on where this is from. Oh, this is like Redwood Forest, California. Gosh, that's really in there. Having trouble getting it out. There we go. Yeah, so the big Redwood Forest, I guess that's maybe the entrance. And yeah, some beautiful postcards of the Redwood Forest. So those postcard packs will be in the shop. I'll do that later. Okay, so then I have a plethora of napkins. So I decided to put some napkin packs in. And so there are 5 napkins in each pack. One is the smaller cocktail napkin. And then there's 3 of the, the long skinny napkins. And then one big napkin. So this particular set is called Floral on the shop. So that's the first one. The next one is called Peacocks and Butterflies. And so there's the smaller one. That one. This one. This one. And this one. That one's Peacocks and Butterflies. And there are 8 of each of these particular packs. So, yeah. And then this one's Paris. This one, it just had some Eiffel Towers in it. So I called it Paris. And this one's fun. It's got both sides. And then this one. So those are on there too, and I tried to make them really reasonable and still worth my while to list and to ship and all that stuff. So there's those. Then we've got recipe cards. I've got 20 packs of recipe cards, and I've just got them tied up there, and they've got an index card that's plain like this, and then they've got 25 of the recipe cards, and these measure 7 by 5. So fun for your 3-ring binder or your 5-ring binder type journals. Fun to make little booklets out of, just glue some fabric down here and then they'd open up, maybe cover them with coffee dyed paper, whatever, wherever your imagination takes you. So I have 20 packs of those, and those will be on there. And if those sell out, I do have some more that I kind of saved for myself, but there's way a lot. So I might put more on if those sell out. So there's that. Okay, so that's kind of the small ephemera. Then I found this. This is a 2-ring binder book. And these are the Success with Houseplants. These are, they were, you know, mail order sort of thing. 1986 was the year. But these are the ones that are so popular right now that flip out. Okay. So this one, this is volume 2. Once again, I kept volume 1 to make a journal out of myself. And it's got a lot of pages in it too, so I may sell those separately once I get the journal made. But yeah, Success with Houseplants. And there are 159 of these cards that fold out like this. So that was a fun find. That was a really fun find. So I'm going to list, that one's listed on my shop too. Okay, so let's go with the rest of these vintage finds. And I should tell you guys, oftentimes in the comments I'll get save this for me or save that for me. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to open at a certain time and have people go ahead and go on and purchase their own. It's just a lot less paperwork. And since I think when I looked, I had like 36 items on my shop. So if I hope that's okay with you guys, but I'm just going to kind of let it be first come, first served. And just, you know, when I post or when I open my shop, then you can just hop on and get what you want. Okay. So this is one of the small Sears and Roebuck books that has, you know, all the fun advertisements in it. This one is, you know, they're not really 1909. It's 1979. Still vintage. And the pages are nicely yellowed around the edges. So that's a fun one. So that'll be there. Then I have 3 cookbooks that were just so fun. So this is Betty Crocker's party book. And this one, it has recipes. Yes, it's got the cute little graphics, and the fun old pictures. But this one has recipes, and it has like party planning things. So like crafts and things that you could do for a certain party. But it's got great graphics. It's really fun. So that will be on there. Betty Crocker's party book. Then I have the Betty Crocker's outdoor cookbook. And once again, super fun. Let's see, this one's 1961. I forget, the other one was 1960. So 60 and 61. And this one, you know, is all about the barbecue. The shish kebab. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm trying to find one of the colored pictures, but super fun colored pictures. So that will be there. This one is called Cutco Cookbook. And these are all about the same size. Let me tell you. We're looking at here about 7 3/4 by 5 3/4 on these books. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hit the camera. Okay, so then there's this one. And this one is just, it's got really fun graphics too. This one has definitely been used, but there's, you know, there's fun pages in this that would be a lot of fun to put in a journal. So there's that one. Then, oh my gosh, I found this 1968 Ward's catalog. It is so super cool. There's the underwear page. Of course, I flipped to that first. The shoes. Let's see if I can get this in camera. And awesome awesome ladies in this one. Look at this lady with her little mod haircut. Yeah, so this is fun, and it is all intact, and just got some great pictures in it. Look at that swing dress. Oh my gosh, never had one, always wanted one. This one looks like my mom going to work. So anyway, this is a full-size Montgomery Ward's 1968 catalog. So that will be in the shop. Okay, now let's get out the journals. This one's in the shops. Been there for a little bit. This is a traveler's notebook, and it's got the Diane Reevely papers in it. It's got fun stuff, but yeah, or not the Diane Reevely, Jane Davenport papers in it. So anyway, that is there. And okay, so we'll start with something a little bit new. I was making these, and these actually I just thought I needed to keep, and I'm just kind of ready to let them go. So I put these on the shop. So this is an art journal. This one has, so I have two art journals that I'm listing. This one has a bark cloth cover, and you can see the bark cloth. I love bark cloth. I actually have a collection. I used to make bags out of it till I got into junk journals. And it's got a beaded flower on the front, and the listing says how many pages. It's got a lot of pages of heavier. This is not watercolor paper, but it's heavier paper. I made this out of an old photo album. So there's that. That is listed. And then this one too, this was the one that I had a little bit hard time parting with, but I want somebody to use it and enjoy it. So I made the quilted cover, and it's closed here by just buttons like this. And this one is filled with, it's filled with 140-pound watercolor paper. And each page has stuff on the edges to hopefully, inspire whatever, a color choice, or, just whatever. So yeah, this is just a little art journal, all blank and ready to put your art in. So that will be on there. I've used a lot of, I used a vintage quilt, but then I've used a lot of Tim Holtz fabrics on this one. And then try to give it some good dimension on the front. I've got these beads and this little frozen Charlotte. So anyway, that is in the store now. Okay, then let's see, last but not least, let's see, I'll show you this one first, but I'm just going to get these all, I've got them all on the floor here beside me, but I'll just get them out. One of the things I was able to do while I was recuperating was I was able to cut paper. So I made some Stash Buster journals again. So I have 7 Stash Buster journals and this one. This is a funky little journal that I got it at an antique fair, and it was already bound and everything, and it just had it had some of the pages of the book, but then white paper. And I just went through and I just did a little bit of an embellishing here and there, and has some vintage things in it. And there's another gold strike stamps. Yeah, I just played with it a little. There's more pages for you to decorate on your own and that kind of thing, but I guess I would say it's kind of started for you. So I thought I'd put that on. And so there's that one. And then the Stash Buster journals. I am going to super quick flip through these so you can kind of get an idea of, you know, what's here. And let's see, maybe we'll zoom in a little bit. What's here and what the papers are inside. So I've got 5 of the Telltale or Rand McNally Elf books. And then 2 golden books. The small ones have the stories. So this one has a story. These 2 golden books, I used the insides in different journals, and so they are just the covers. So I'll flip through super quick just so you can kind of see what's in here. Cute illustrations in the book itself, and I've just used scraps. I've used stickers, index cards, popcorn bag in this one, some flashcards, just a variety of papers. It was hilarious, you guys, because this took me forever to do, even though, I mean, it was just my, you know, my shoulder that was holding me back. But yeah, I had to do something. I also included one of the clusters that I made in each one of these books as well. So yeah. So they, you know, all have different papers kind of based on the illustrations in each book and whatever the theme is and that kind of stuff. So I also did a paper ruffle. Thanks, Diane. Diane Shaw gave me that idea. And so I did one of those in each one. And yeah, it was the only kind of journals I could really make. And so, yeah, there's a guest check in each one. And each one begins and ends with a pocket. So this one is a side loading pocket. This one is an upper pocket. So that's Raggedy Ann. Then Sally's Lost Shoe. I'll just make sure I'm in frame here. Flip through. This one had a little bit of crayon on it, but I don't know. I think that's cute to know that a little kid, I mean, my mom I would have been in big trouble if I did that. But I put this on here. It's a Roman numeral, but this book's from 1944. Raggedy Ann is from, I don't know exactly. It might be, I'm not sure. I didn't get that one looked up, but. So this has some fun illustrations in it from 1944. And, yeah, and the story's all in order and everything. Somebody colored her dress. So, I mean, if that cover bothers you, you can always cover it up with some decorative paper or something. But I thought I just left it because, oh, that's not a page. That's a border. Okay. So, here's the cluster on this one. I just put it on the envelope, but it is a tuck spot as well. I like the bright colors in the illustrations of this one. Thought about doing a separate video for these, but I just kind of wanted to do the whole Etsy reopening video in one shot, and I'm sorry if it gets a little long, but I'm flipping as fast as I can flip here. So, okay, so that's Sally's Lost Shoe. And these little books I got on a salvage site, and that one was in pretty rough shape, and a couple of these others. And so, you know, I just kind of gave them a new life. This one is Once Upon a Time. And this one has some really beautiful illustrations in it. Pocket there. This one again, it's got the Roman numeral. I'm not sure what the date is. It's nice to be able to Google that. I just don't always remember to do it. So this one's all kind of princessy-ish. So I did want to say too, while I'm flipping through the books here, I have decided that I am not going to take any more custom orders for a while. So I wanted to let you know that. There's a variety of reasons for that. Here's the cluster on this page. First of all, I have a big list of custom orders that came in before, during, and after my surgery. So I have a really long list that I need to work through, and so I'm not going to take any more for a while. Also, the other thing is my husband is retiring. He's just got a couple more weeks of work, and I'm not quite sure what life is going to look like when he's retired. So I don't want to have any pressure in my life, I guess is what I'm saying. And even though all of you are incredibly patient and wonderful and were so great with my surgery and everything, there's just something different about having a custom order as opposed to just creating what I want to create when I can create it and putting it on my Etsy. So I'm so grateful for all of your support, and oh my goodness, you know, to get all these custom orders, it's so affirming and so wonderful. So thank you for that. And then I guess what I'm thinking, here's the pocket on the back of this one. So that's Once Upon a Time. This one's called Not Quite 3. So I guess what I'm thinking is maybe this one's 1954. Maybe you can just keep an eye on my YouTube, keep an eye on my Etsy, and look for journals that way. But yeah, so between my husband retiring and getting the big list that I have done completed, yeah, I'm just not going to take any for a while. And I should say to those of you who have put in custom orders, first of all, thank you very much. And I'll be kind of just working through the list, and I may take some time in between. If there is something that is inspiring me and just kind of living in my soul, I may take time in between to make some other journals and pop those on my Etsy. So just stay tuned to the channel here and to Etsy if you're interested in one of my journals, and I'll certainly keep you informed on the YouTube. And here's the cluster here on the envelope. I love the illustrations in this one. Look at that. How cute is that? And this one, yeah, such a fun one. So anyway, I think that will work better with this new stage in life that my husband and I are entering into. Okay, this one's called The Puppy That Found a Home. And you guys, I have to tell you, on this one, it was so weird because I opened it and it's got gorgeous illustrations. Once again, it's old though. I don't know. It's got the Roman numeral. But I turned this page and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had this book when I was a little girl. I totally remember that page. So that was kind of fun. So this one's a little bit puppy themed. A couple of stickers here and there and some things, and just super cute little illustrations. This one was torn in places, so I did use washi tape to kind of just mend those tears. Yeah, so anyway, that is my scoop. Well, while I'm telling you, I mean, I've had all these sort of life epiphanies in the last little while. The other thing is, I had mentioned in one of my videos that I might do a retreat for people out of state, out of Montana. And there is absolutely no availability at the scrapbook house where I held my retreat. So that is not going to happen, but you know, I'm not saying never, but for right now, it's not going to happen because the retreat house is booked, which is awesome. I'm so happy for her. She's really found a cool niche, I think, in the rental, you know, house rental market. It's really kind of cool. So this is the puppy that found a home. Just lots of papers. Here's the cluster on this one. And lots of possibilities with these. They'd be fun journals for a child for their first journal. And they'd be fun to play in as grown-ups. Okay, so that's the puppy. Okay, so these little golden books, the Brave Little Tailor, I used the insides of that to do a sewing journal. This one has tabs at the top. I don't know, it just felt like putting tabs at the top. Okay, so this is the pocket on that one. And yeah, they're just kind of tabbed in. With this one has, I'm not sure what those stickers were. I think they were Hobby Lobby, but some of the other stickers in this one, I believe, are Graphic 45. Yeah. Oops. Guess check. These are some postcards that I made long time ago, and I have them in all of the books. So yeah, if one of these is speaking to you, hop right on right at 1 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday, June 7th, when I reopen. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You know what that means, my reopening, here's the cluster, is that I can drive again. Yesterday, I drove myself to PT. It was so awesome. Yeah. Boy, 6 weeks without driving was weird. This little sack. Yeah, so it almost felt weird to drive, but it was good. It's a little envelope with a little card to journal on that's just tucked there. Vintage page. So yeah, I'm back driving again, so I can get to the post office if there's something that's too big for, like that Montgomery Ward's catalog, I'm not sure would fit into my post box. So, and then the pocket in the back. So that's the Brave Little Tailor. And then there's Pires ABC Garden. Use this in the insides in a garden journal. So, and this one's, of course, flowery. One of my postcards. This one has, I think those are Bo Bunny stickers. Yeah, I love these Stash Buster journals. They just help me put together some stuff that's just kind of hanging out in my craft room. Little damask sack in this one. Check. It's just fun, all the different sizes of the papers. So this is an envelope on this side, and then here's the cluster here with a card. Got a little file tab in that one. A little vintage page. Yeah, this was a great project to work on when I didn't have the flexibility to do other things. So at least you could see the papers that were in each one. Okay, and here's the pocket at the end. So those are the Stash Busters, the Pires ABC Garden, the Brave Little Tailor, the Puppy That Found a Home, Not Quite 3, Once Upon a Time, Sally Lost a Shoe, and Raggedy Ann. So those are all listed as well. So I think that pretty well does it. I might have missed a thing or two that's in the store, but there you have it. That's the grand reopening, all of the things that will be in my Etsy, and I will be pushing the button and taking it off vacation tomorrow, June 7th at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So thanks everybody for watching, and thank you so much for all your support through my surgery and your support of CinnamonT always. I will have the link to my Etsy shop below. Thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye.